I don't think it's panic time. Obviously, the table is tight, so this could mean a lot when it comes down to the end of the season. I still expect them to come good and challenge for the title. And in my opinion, I still think they're the most talented and best team in La Liga.
Up at the top of the table, it is Real Madrid, who still are the leaders, but by a single point after that victory for Atletico Madrid. And Barcelona, they play Alaves, as we said, tomorrow. They've got the game in hand on 42 points, so they could move up to 45 points with a victory. Where did this come from, Real Madrid? They've been in such free-scoring, attacking form. Can we put it down to fatigue because they were involved in the Champions League?
They had their opportunities. They really did. I mean, they did enough to win the game, even though some of the underlying stats maybe weren't what we're used to with this Real Madrid side, especially with their form as of late. But you just have to wonder, like, why do they have these type of games? Real Madrid hasn't lost many games against inferior opponents. We were talking about it yesterday on Scoreline, how Barcelona are in the position that they're in because they've lost some games against some teams down at the bottom of the table. Real Madrid really hasn't done that. I do think, look, I'm going to say these two players are supremely talented, and I do think and expect them to figure it out because they're just too talented to not figure out a way to play together and to bring the best out of each other. But I do think that it's an issue right now. I don't think that they're clicking at 100% together. Now, again, this is Real Madrid, and they have a lot of other players as well. I don't think it's panic yet, but this is a tough loss, and this La Liga match, this La Liga race is going to be decided at the very end. We've seen all three of those top teams lead at some point in the season by multiple points, by 4, 5 points. So I think it is going to be coming down to the end. I think Real Madrid do figure it out and do eventually kind of get back to the top. With Vini and with Mbappe figuring out how to play together will be key, and that will push them forward.
There also, to me, when we watch Real Madrid this season, seems to be a bit of a domino effect the way that Jude Bellingham is playing, because previously he's always been known as a kind of a number 8 in that midfield role, whereas this season he's pushing a bit further forward, I suppose a classic number 10, and that reduces the distance and the gap to the players who are further forward, which would be Vini Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. And when they're on the field together, all of that space is just a bit congested for me when you watch it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we both agree that Jude Bellingham's best position is the 8. And if he were deployed in a true 8, maybe that would give the spacing a little, Mbappe and Vini a little bit more of the spacing that they need to be effective.